All right, we're speaking with the mayor of Kentwood, Stephen Kepley. Thank you for joining us today, Stephen.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Stephen, you're a follower of Christ, and a good question is, in what ways can a true follower of Christ have a positive impact for God in the area of government?
Well, I think it's simple, the greatest commandment, loving God and loving people. So it is the greatest commandment for a reason. And so I think the first thing that anybody that is in elected position, that is a follower of Christ, we are called to love. And it's a great opportunity to love because we are leading all people from all different types of cultures, backgrounds, all different ways of worshiping. And we are called to love. And of course, we get a great example of who our neighbor is with the Good Samaritan story. And so our neighbor is someone who might not look like us, talk like us, worship like us, but as Christians, we're called to love. And as an elected person in position who is a Christian, that is the greatest thing that we can do is love people.
So do you face much opposition from people that insist that, religion and government need to be totally separated from each other?
I think there's a line to be drawn of what is government and what is religion. We do not want to have a state-run religion. I don't want anyone telling me how to worship. So I'm not going to tell anyone how to worship. I mean, it's individual freedoms. I am a strong supporter of individual freedoms. So to have any type of state-run religion is absolutely against, I think, the will of God. God has created us to have a free will, and we get to choose. We either choose Him or choose not Him. And that's what God wants. Why would I want to do something that would actually be against God's will, to create some type of government-run religion? Absolutely not. But yet, rules are created by morals. And where do we get our morals from? Well, we get them from scriptures, from religious documents. Thou shalt not kill. Well, guess what? If you murder someone, you're going to pay the penalty. So there is a lot of morals that are in our laws that come from religious backgrounds.
Now, you one of your statements that I've heard you give more than once, you ask people how to spell faith.
Right.
And how do you spell faith?
Well, technically, we all know how to spell faith, but I say faith is spelled R-I-S-K, because faith without works is dead. At some point in time, you can believe all you want, it can all be in your mind, but unless you put hands and feet on your faith, faith is dead. And sometimes that first moment of stepping out, of reaching out your hand to help someone, to talk to someone, it takes risk. You are actually taking a risk. You're putting yourself on the line, and I encourage everyone to take a risk, but do it in love. It says don't even prophesy unless you have love in your heart. So love is key. It is absolutely key to living out your faith. And so yes, I do spell faith R-I-S-K, because at some point in time you have to get out of the boat.
If you could speak to every follower of Christ in the greater Grand Rapids area, and you had 60 seconds to say something, what would you say?
I would encourage you to pray John 17:26. It's one of the last things Jesus said to his Father before they arrested him and murdered him. And he says, Father, may the love that you have for me be in them. I encourage everyone to pray that prayer. Father, may the love that you have for your Son be in me. And that love, some people have coined it the holy passion for Jesus, will truly change your life. You will be a changed person. You will see people differently, because that passion for Jesus will spill over for the passion for people. And it is that love that Martin Luther King talked about, will change people, will change families, will change communities, will change a country.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, you're welcome.